All right, today we're going to crack open a blueprint for your brain. We're going to explore a really simple but powerful model that can totally change how you respond to stress, deal with difficult people, and ultimately, how you conduct your own life. Let's dive in.
So let's just start with a feeling I think pretty much everyone knows, that sense of being completely overwhelmed by your emotions. You know, that feeling of being too worried or too angry, maybe too sensitive, and you tell yourself, if I could just feel less or just think harder, everything would be fine. But what if the feeling itself isn't actually the problem? And this right here, this is the core idea. Your feelings, they're not the problem. Think of them like instruments in an orchestra. Sometimes, sure, the music gets a little too loud, a little chaotic, but our goal isn't to get rid of the instruments. It's to become the conductor of our own emotional orchestra.
So to do that, you've got to understand the two core operating systems in your brain. First up, we have what we're going to call the child brain. Now, this isn't about age. It's our fast reactive system that's just designed to keep us safe. Then there's the conductor. This is our slower, more thoughtful system, the part that can actually see the big picture and choose how to respond.
So what causes the switch? How do we go from one to the other? Well, it's a chemical called cortisol. When your body gets flooded with this stress chemical, your thoughtful conductor brain literally goes offline. It just shuts down, and the reactive child brain takes complete control. This is so important. It's a biological event. It's why you can't just think your way out of being really, really upset. Your logical brain has been chemically sidelined.
So what actually causes this cortisol flood? What are the specific triggers that shove our thoughtful conductor right off the stage and let the reactive child brain run the whole show? Let's break it down.
It pretty much comes down to four core feelings, which we'll call the heavy four: anxiety or worry, anger, shame, and sorrow, or sadness. Now, when any one of these spikes, and we're talking a real flood of them, not just a little passing moment, your body unleashes cortisol, and that's the off switch for your thinking brain.
And this brings us to a huge trap. When you're flooded by one of the heavy four, you feel this incredible urgency to do something, right? To have the argument, to send the angry text, to figure it all out right now. But listen, that urgency, that's just the cortisol talking. Any action you take when you're in that state is just adding fuel to the fire. It never helps. So how do you know you're actually in this state? Well, you can look for three pretty clear red flags. First, what we call the ego spike, that burning, desperate need to be right. Second, the narrative loop. You're just replaying something over and over and over in your head. And third, physical armor. You'll feel it in your body. A tight jaw, shallow breathing, tense shoulders. These are the physical signs telling you your conductor is offline. Okay, so that's the problem. And it can feel like a lot, but here is the really good news. Just like there are feelings that shut the whole system down, there are feelings that bring it right back online. There's a way to flip the biological switch. And here they are. Meet the light three. These are the feelings that act as a direct antidote to cortisol. They are curiosity, nurturing, and lighthearted play. When you can activate even just one of these, you literally start to flush those stress chemicals out of your system.
And let's be super clear about this. This is not a mindset trick. This isn't just thinking positive. Activating curiosity or nurturing yourself or engaging in some genuine play, it physically changes your brain chemistry. It brings blood flow back to your thinking brain and biologically puts your conductor back in charge of the orchestra.
Okay, so this is great for understanding ourselves, right? But how does this apply to our interactions with other people? Well, this whole framework is an incredibly powerful lens for decoding why people act the way they do and, just as importantly, for protecting your own peace in the process.
This right here, this is a total game changer. When you see someone being aggressive or controlling or even cruel, what you are likely witnessing is not strength. Not at all. You are watching a biological system crash. Their conductor has been hijacked by panic, and a scared reactive child brain is running the show.
And once you really get that, it's like putting on a kind of emotional armor. They're lashing out, their need to control everything, it's just a symptom of their own internal chaos. It's not about you. It's not a reflection of your worth. And when you can see that, truly see it, their words and actions start to lose their power to hurt you.
This understanding is what allows you to set clear, calm boundaries. So if a conversation gets heated, you don't have to stay and fight. A simple, firm stop like this one is unbelievably effective. The key is to deliver the line calmly, and then you physically exit the conversation.
Another great tool is the mirror question. See how it shifts the focus back to their behavior, but without being an attack?
It's a gentle invitation for them to look at what they're doing and decide if it's really how they want to be acting.
And finally, there's the compassion shield. This one is brilliant because it does two things at once. It acknowledges their feeling. I can see you're upset, which is validating, but it also clearly states your boundary, but I'm not going to be the target of it. It's compassionate, yet completely firm.
Okay, we've covered the theory, we've talked about applying it to other people. Now let's get super practical. Let's build your personal toolkit of in-the-moment resets you can use whenever you feel that stress starting to rise.
This is your fastest, most direct tool. It's simple. Breathe in for a count of 4, and then breathe out for a count of 8. That long exhale is everything. That is the biological signal to your nervous system that the threat is over. It tells your body it's safe for the conductor to come back online.
So when do you use this? Well, you have a window, but it is a very, very small one. From the moment you feel one of those heavy 4 emotions start to spike, you have about 3 seconds before the cortisol flood really takes over. That tiny little window, that is your moment of power.
And in those 3 seconds, your only job is to stop the flood. That's it. Use a reset tool like the oxygen hack. You are not trying to solve the problem. You are not trying to figure it all out. You are simply stopping the biological reaction so your thinking brain can stay online to help you.
As we start to wrap up here, I want to leave you with this idea. All of these tools, they're part of a bigger practice. This isn't about becoming perfect or never feeling stressed again. It's simply about changing how you handle yourself when you start to wobble. It's a shift in how you steer.
You know, maybe for a long time, you felt like a passenger, letting other people's opinions or your own old survival habits do all the steering. But these tools, they're about taking the handlebars back. Not because you've magically fixed everything, but because it was always your bike to ride in the first place.
So the real journey isn't about some perfect destination. It's about that incredible feeling of knowing that you are the one who gets to steer. You are the conductor. The baton is in your hand. So the only question left is, where are you going to choose to go?